Hello and welcome to ever happen to stumble upon this video or come back to my channel. Hi, my name is Dana and I'm very happy to have you here today. So I'm moving back into college this weekend and wanted to share my bullet journal setup with you guys. Some info about me. So I am going into my senior year, or just kidding, I'm halfway through my senior year of college. I keep forgetting it's the spring semester because we're just going back. We didn't go back in the fall. I'm a nursing major. I go to the College of New Jersey and I work as an RA. So you will see some spreads related to that. First off, I'm starting with my packing list / shopping list because of course, when you go back to school, there are so many things that you need to get. Cleaning supplies, beauty supplies, you have to pack all your clothes, all your school stuff. So this is just so I could write down everything I needed to get and then make sure I reference back to it when I pack everything. Alright, now here's me in like absolute super speed writing down everything I could think that I would need to bring with me, and I'm trying to pack light because this is a weird semester with COVID and everything. I don't know if we're going to end up staying the whole time. I cross my fingers that we are, but I'm trying not to bring like a crazy amount of stuff, so this is me trying to pack light, which is kind of hard, but try my best. Alright, so this next spread, and actually a couple of other ones I'm doing in this setup, I'm just writing a header for a space for me to kind of write things later on. So this first thing is just for dorm recipes, because in my dorm, I'm lucky I have a stove. I don't have an oven, but I do have a stove top, and there are lots of things you can cook on a stove top. And especially because, COVID, I'm going to be in my room a lot more, and there are some dining options that are usually open that won't be open. I'm definitely going to be experimenting with cooking this semester. So I want to kind of have a place where I could write down recipe ideas I want to try or things that I really liked. And if my cooking is going well, I definitely want to share with you guys later on a video of me like cooking in my dorm and different what I eat in a week kind of dorm recipe video ideas. So if you think you guys would be interested in that, let me know. Alright, so like I said earlier, I am an RA, so one of our responsibilities, and this is probably one of my favorite things about being an RA, is making bulletin boards. I love making bulletin boards. I think they're so much fun. I know some people absolutely hate them, but as like an artsy person, I have a lot of fun making them. So I wanted to leave a place for me to kind of put down some bulletin board ideas because I always tag things on Pinterest. And then when it comes time to doing a bulletin board, I'm like, oh my god, what do I do? And I usually have to find like a scrap piece of paper to sketch things out. So I thought it'd be good to have a dedicated place to draw out some ideas and also to leave a little area at the bottom to brainstorm. So I just went through and made 6 rectangles. They're not that big, but it's enough to give me room to kind of come up with an idea, and then I could finalize it later just to kind of jot something down. And like I said, I left some area at the bottom just to write down ideas that I have. Then to make this spread pop a little more, and because my lines were a little bit wonky, I went in and added a little red drop shadow on all of my little bulletin boards. Here's how that spread turned out. Next up is my spring semester schedule spread. This is a super important spread and one that I will definitely be referencing a ton, especially in the beginning of the semester. So for this, I just added in Monday through Thursday because those are the only days I have classes. Lucky me, no classes on Friday, from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. because I have a pretty wide variety of class times because my clinicals start pretty early, and then I have some night classes. And then I just went through and put in all of my classes, and then if I have any meetings that I know are happening every single week, I put that in as well. So for my timeline on the side, I numbered every other dot, leaving an open one in the middle for like my half-hour marks because a lot of my classes either start or end on a half hour. So then I went in to color in my classes, and I didn't really have like a specific color code or anything, but what I do like to do is if I have 2 classes that kind of go together, like a class and a lab, I'll make them different shades of the same color. So like for here, I did like a peach and an orange because one of those is the lecture class and the other is the clinical that go together. And on these, you could really write whatever you want. I'm going to end up writing the name of the course and what time it runs exactly, but you could really write as much information as you need. If your class is in person, you can write what room it is, you can write what professor you have, you can write your office hours on there, any information that you think would be helpful to you to have on your schedule sheet. So for me this semester, my first class that I'm taking is community nursing and my community nursing clinical. So this is more about like public health and going out into the community and like schools and things like that, which will be interesting because I don't know how much going out into the community we can really do this semester, but I'm interested to see how that goes. I'm also taking nursing leadership, that lecture and that clinical, because for this one, we have a couple different components. Part of it is that we go either with the sophomores or juniors to their clinical, either fundamentals or med-surg 1, and we're there to make their patient assignments and kind of to be there to help them along on their journey, which is really nice because I remember being in their shoes and being really thankful to have the seniors there to help out. I also have my CA, RA, we call them CAs at my school, meeting every week. I'm taking ASL 1, so American Sign Language, and that has a lecture and then a language hour where you practice with an upperclassman. And then my last class to finish out my minor, I'm taking Psychology of Personal Growth. And I just went in and wrote in the exact times for my class. I had to reference my calendar, which was why I didn't record that part. Alright, so these last two spreads are also just going to be blank pages that I have a header on that I can go back to once I have this information that I need. So my first one is due dates. Of course, every semester it's really important to stay on top of your due dates. Personally, I love to make like a big master list where I go through all my syllabi and put everything in order. I don't have all my syllabi yet because our first day of classes is not until February 1st, so I don't have all that information, but I will soon. And my next one is duty shifts. So as an RA, I have to be on duty every so often, usually 1 to 2 times a week. So once we make our duty schedule, I'll write all of that down here as my master list as well. Alright, so here is a quick flip through of all of the spreads that I came up with. I hope you guys like them. If you are going back to school and you think any of these would be useful to you, I hope they inspired you. Like this video if they did. Comment down below what you're doing this semester if you are in school, and if you have any college related video ideas you want to see from me. Subscribe if you are not already. I make new videos every Sunday and Wednesday.